being on this side.
What is your name and where are you from?
You want me to list all my names?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. On my birth certificate, I am Zoe Jordan Collins Rath, and I am from, and I say I'm from Chicagoland, but I'm really from Evanston, which is just a town north of Chicago, but I know the city like the back of my hand.
Are you a Bears fan?
No. What makes you think I'm a Bears fan? It's not like I'm wearing a sweatshirt of the Bears or anything. No. Yes, I'm a Bears fan.
How do you prefer to wear your hair when you play?
It's called the bitch braid. So, high ponytail as high as I can make it, and then I braid it all the way down, and it's like a horsetail, and sometimes when I run, I accidentally hit people in the face with it. It's so long. Accidentally, yeah.
Do you have any siblings?
No.
You're an only child.
I am an only child.
Is your favorite throw?
Backhand hook. Just. Yes.
Take note. When did you, how did you come in contact with Ultima?
So my dad played when he was lifeguarding in the western suburbs of Illinois. His first coach was John Slavic, and my dad taught me to throw when I was 4, and I started playing pickup against men when I was 12, and then I played in high school, college, and now.
Where are all the places you've lived?
I have lived in Evanston, I have lived in Chicago, Illinois, I have lived in San Francisco, California, I have lived in Boulder, Colorado, and I currently live in Petersburg, Virginia, which is just south of Richmond.
How did you arrive to this tournament?
I took the train.
Did anything interesting happen on your train ride?
When we stopped in DC and they had to do some adjustments, an owner sat next to me and they had a cat, and I don't like cats. But I was really nice about it. So, can we have a cat?
When you make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, do you put the peanut butter on or the jelly first?
Peanut butter. Actually, I'm sorry. My partner and I have a huge argument about this because I will take the knife of peanut butter and just like, there will be some peanut butter residue on the knife, and I'll just go and just scoop up the jam. Shani, no. And he's just like, but the peanut butter will get all nasty and all the bacteria. And I'm just like, if we put the jar in the fridge and seal it tight, there will be no bacterial growth.
You don't wipe the peanut butter off of the knife before you put it in the jelly?
I do, but I'm not an animal. But there's just like some peanut butter residue. It's not, the knife isn't squeaky clean. What is the matter with you people?
What don't you like about cats?
They're assholes.
Say more.
I've never had a positive experience with a feline, and I try to be nice to it and play with it, and they're just like, I don't want to talk to you. It's like, but I want to talk with you, because I like animals.
Except cat. What did you major in college?
I was a double major in history and journalism with a Spanish minor.
No me digas. Mountains or beach?
No. There is. The problem is the shoreline is receding. Thanks, climate change. So I'm going to go with mountains.
What piece have you authored that makes you the most proud?
The one that got taken down. So part of my graduate program at Northwestern was they shut down classes for a week, and they would pay for students to go on reporting trips all around the country and world. I opted to stay in Chicago to cover the 2020 All-Star Game. I was a freaking puddle that weekend because of all the Kobe tributes. But I was like, well, it's in the United Center, which is the west side of the city. It's where my mom grew up. A lot of historical stuff has happened on the west side, and it was the home of a lot of housing projects and a lot of pain, a lot of joy for Black people, including my mom and my grandfather. So I wrote a piece that was just like, yeah, this having the All-Star game is great and all, but let's not forget what it took to get us here and the people that were pushed out to the West Burbs, right? So my professor asked me to change the lead. I was very uncomfortable with it. That's gonna come back later. And it gets published. The next day, I was woken up from a nap with a bunch of emails with screenshots and comments saying, "What? This is like the typical white Northwestern student talking about Black people on the West Side negatively and all that." It's like, yeah, she's a public relations intern for the United Center. I did work for the Bulls at that time, who play in the United Center, but my LinkedIn picture that they had of me is very, very white and, all that jazz. And so to cover their asses, Northwestern took it down because they were concerned about the integrity of the journalism that I was doing and that they were teaching to me.
I would like to say sorry for calling you light-skinned. I'd like to ask you if ever you felt conflicted about who you are as a person.
Fucking time. So, I've asked, are you Puerto Rican? Are you Dominican? Are you a Pacific Islander? No. My mom is Black. She just happened to marry the pastiest Irishman on the face of the planet. And I look like this. But it's weird, too, because I think all my life I've been searching for this credibility from the Black community that I am Black, even though I look like the way I do. And, I think I'm coming to terms with it and being more credible, and I have to remind myself that someone in my family was as light as I am and really white passing, and I'm Black, I'm proud, I have this beautiful head of hair that I'm very proud of, and it took me a lot of years to love my hair, like I think a lot of Black women do. So that is a journey that I'm still going on. I think at the